080 00267662. The first thing we bring this other number for 08009700010. Remember, say life now says coronavirus not the show on Facebook and first way they life. We carry first to this message from KUFM 2.7.
Welcome back. It's still news done on 92.7 KUFM, and now to the rest of the news. In Ondo State, ahead of the October 10th governorship election in the state, Dr. Jimoh Ibrahim on Friday officially dumped the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for the ruling All Progressive Party, All Progressives Congress (APC). Ibrahim, who was presented with APC membership card at Igbatako, Okitipupa local government area of the state, said that he defected to the APC to work for Akeredolu's re-election bid. The politician was a factional PDP candidate in 2016 governorship election. And in Delta State, where two teenage girls reportedly sustained gunshot injuries from policemen attempting to stop a moving vehicle in Ejaba community, Ori South Council area of Delta State. Report states that the incident occurred on Thursday afternoon around CAC Junction in the community as the operatives made frantic efforts to stop the occupant of a Toyota Camry suspected to be an internet fraudster. It was gathered that one of the girls was hit on the waist while the other was struck on one of her hands. The Delta State Police Command, however, confirmed only a girl sustained injury in the incident, adding that the team flagged down the vehicle on reasonable suspicion. Its spokesperson, DSP Onome, DSP Onome said the policemen reportedly shot at the tires of the vehicle within the residential area, which bounced back and hit the girl. Have you thought for a second how private school teachers manage to survive during this coronavirus lockdown? The struggle and challenges of sustaining a family without an income for over 4 months. Many private school teachers were thrown into the situation by the coronavirus pandemic, and not too many people have heard their stories. Extra Voices brings you details in a moment.
In the ever-evolving world of news, one story becomes extinct the moment another major story breaks. Market women don't know whether they be anything. But with KUFM's Extra Voices, the story never dies. It just takes on a new life.
Market level. There is no one in the house. The toilet is not good.
We don't have any passion in APC.
We bring you new angles and fresh perspectives to every story, no matter how old or remote.
There are a lot of educated people that are involved in politics nowadays.
We go a little beyond the surface to get you those extra details ignored in the rush for the news.
Now bridge, that will take the cast.
So don't die for inside.
We go beyond the lines to bring extra voices, not just for those making the stories.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
But for those affected by the stories.
I've lost one bag of rice. Documents.
So it's a real disaster.
With Extra Voices, we add new flavor to give fresh perspective and taste to an old story. Extra Voices airs every Wednesday and weekends on KUFM's major news bulletins.
Surviving as a private school teacher in Nigeria in the last 4 months is an experience that can better be imagined. In this edition of Extra Voices, our correspondent takes a look at how those who ply their trade in the private teaching business have managed to keep their heads above water after 5 months of not earning an income.
I want to say this without missing words that private school teachers are suffering. There are a lot of teachers on the street right now that are having nothing to feed their families. Please, whoever is watching this and you have any private school teacher in your area, please kindly help them.
A recent video for private school teacher Akindele Oluwaseun, who teaches in a private school in Abuja, went viral on social media after he cried for help in a viral video played in its audio format above, where he was lamenting non-payment of salaries during the lockdown. But help soon came Akindele's way as he was able to raise over 1 million naira from donations from good-spirited Nigerians, an act which made him give out palliative to other private school teachers. Benin City, the Edo State capital, private school teachers are one of those who are the hardest hit following the coronavirus lockdown. National President, Association of Private School Owners of Nigeria, Bishop Dr. Godwin Opukeme, who owns the school, says it has not been an easy ride.
Especially our teachers. From that March till now, no private school has sincerely paid our teachers because there is no income.
Dr. Opukeme says the federal government has set up bailout funds domiciled at the Bank of Industry, but however say the requirement to access such funds is not yet known.
I wrote a letter to the Economic Sustainability Committee headed by our Excellency Professor Yemi Osumbajo, and they categorically told us that they don't have any palliative for our teachers, but all we need to do, there is a bailout fund. Recently they released a bailout fund that we are going to pass through to access it from Bank of Commerce and Industry, but the requirement is yet unknown.
He said some of the teachers in his school have chosen a new trade like buying and selling to make ends meet for their family.
With the situation, some of the teachers, they have engaged themselves into some other kind of little businesses, such as selling of recharge card. Some are cooking at the booker, the selling, and so on and so forth.
The school owner said some private school proprietors had managed to share palliative to some of their teachers as a way of cushioning the effect of the now eased lockdown.
Some of us, we make some foodstuff available and give to some of our teachers, and as the time goes on, the thing became so tight again, and since there is no income coming in and the government couldn't do anything, and so we are feeling so bad concerning our teachers.
When Extra Voices crew caught up with this private school teacher who chooses to remain anonymous, she said staying at home for over 5 months has been one of the most difficult parts of her life.
Ordinarily, as a private teacher, not that we are paid much, but the little we are paid, we are able to actually manage to sustain ourselves. Even that same month it started, that March, my part of my salary is still withheld by the school. It has been very difficult, even affected me psychologically, because I was thinking a lot. How will I be able to feed? Not to feed myself alone. I have made mother at home that at least mommy at the end of the day, please take this, use it to manage.
She said if those who are paid monthly salary still find it difficult to take care of themselves, what then would be the case of those who are getting nothing every month?
Okay, imagine those they are paid or they are paid half, they are complaining, and we that are not even paid, that have not even received a penny since over 6 months now, if not more than. Go to the market, everything is inflated. A rubber of gari, last time I went to market to buy was like 1,000 naira.
Like the typical Nigerian spirit, which always tries to forge ahead despite any situation one finds themselves, she has taken to teaching in a private lecture where she is paid 500 naira per pupil for 1 month.
A friend of mine, she has a little space in her place, so she'll kind of organize. Due to distancing, we are not much there. Like my class I'm taking, there were just 5 of us there. So that is how, and how much they pay? 500 naira, imagine.
Though some teachers have resumed after the federal government called for the resumption of exit classes.
I'm not in that exit class. Like where I am now, the school I teach, I take KG class, precisely KG2. We are not called back. We are not even called to come and do anything ever since then.
Apart from private teachers, lecture centers in Benin who engage the students in preparing for the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAMB and the Senior School Certificate Examination SSC are also affected by the lockdown. Austin Orowere, who runs one of such centers in Benin City, says he had to close his center at the peak of the lockdown.
The lecture business is unlike some other business. We mostly pay when we are in operation. So since we are not in operation, we are not thinking of paying anybody. So our challenge was not on paying members of staff, but the challenge was how we are able to cope individually and as a family.
Private schools are structured to run as a business and need revenue to run it. And once that revenue stops coming, the owner will be faced with challenges. There have been an indication that the federal government has plans to bail out these private schools in these trying times, as this will boost the morale of the private school teachers. For KUFM's Extra Voices, Levedum Asagwarao.
Coming up in a moment on entertainment, the bench gets NSCDC ambassadorial role.
We not be God winning, yo.
on KUFM's News Dawn. And now to our entertainment news. Nigerian musician, songwriter and television personality Oladapo Daniel Oyebanjo, better known as his stage name D'banj, has picked up a fresh ambassadorial role as the Agro Rangers ambassador with the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. The 40-year-old singer announced this new role on his Instagram page. Speaking on the new role, D'banj said he finds the initiative undertaken by the Nigeria Civil Defense as another wonderful opportunity to dedicate his life and personal effort in putting Nigeria and the collective efforts of Nigerians on the global map. He said the initiative is not only a resolution that will tackle head-on the insecurity crisis suffered by farmers countrywide, but it will also create jobs and further empower the youth to actively participate in playing a role in the system. And finally, on entertainment, American singer, songwriter, record producer Robert Sylvester Kelly, simply known as R. Kelly, has allegedly been attacked by another inmate inside the Chicago prison. The incident recently went down inside the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago, where he's been held after pleading not guilty to dozens of state and federal sex crime charges in Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. Report states that the 53-year-old was sitting on his bed when another inmate walked in his cell and started punching him. Federal law enforcement sources said the inmate attacked R. Kelly because he was angry about the detention facility being placed on lockdown on different occasions due to the singer's protesters outside the jail. After the alleged attack, R. Kelly was examined by a doctor who determined the singer was okay as he did not suffer any broken bones or serious injuries. And that's it on entertainment. And in sports, Super Eagles striker Osimhen scores hat-trick as Napoli humiliate opponents 11-0. Victor Osimhen scored a hat-trick and provided an assist in his first game for Napoli, who smashed Italian 1st Division club L'Aquila 11-0 in their second pre-season friendly game on Friday. Osimhen, who recently joined Napoli from Lille in this transfer window, netted his 3 goals inside the opening 8 minutes of the game. He then turned provider as he assisted for Napoli's 8th goal. In another encounter, Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze was on target for Villarreal, who lost 2-1 to Valencia in a pre-season friendly game on Friday. It was Villarreal's 3rd friendly game as they prepare for the 2020/2021 football season. And that's it on sports. The news, but before we go, let's take a quick recap of the headlines. President Buhari backs ECOWAS 12-month ultimatum for transition to civilian rule in Mali. 3rd victim of Lagos helicopter crash dies. Finally, on News Dawn this morning, Edo government boosts COVID-19 response as Obaseki commissions 4th molecular laboratory. Please do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your parts. Coronavirus is real. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Use your face mask while in public, and please stay safe. Don't forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our KU mobile app from the Google Play Store. Remember, we're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM's News Dawn was produced by Lusahai Owadiai. I am Godslow Orlando saying thanks for listening and good morning.
Don't you touch that dial. Sugar, don't touch that dial.